George, come over here. Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done a sit-down video with you guys because we've had a couple like holiday related videos. But I thought for today's video we could do everything bookish. I've got quite a few things that I want to do and how I want to spend my evening. So I know I've mentioned in a previous video that I'm on a what is the word? I don't know. I've put myself on like a book ban so I can try and read my TBR. But since starting my new job, I'm actually able to listen to a lot of the books on my TBR because I'm able to just pop my earphones and get on with my work that way. So I'm actually flying through my TBR, so I thought I would treat myself to a few new books. So I have had a couple of sort of book buying sessions, but I thought I would like keep them all to show you guys all in one go. Right, so maybe about a month ago, I went into town with Lynn. She needed to go to Specsavers for an appointment, and there was a Works up there. So obviously we had a look and I bought some books. So firstly, I bought Silver Cloak by L.K. Stephen. I actually don't remember what this one was about. In a world where magic is fueled by pleasure and pain, an obsessive detective must infiltrate a gang of dark mages. Welcome to the Silver Cloak saga. Interesting. 2 decades ago, the Bloodmoons ruthlessly murdered Saffron's parents, destroying her idyllic childhood. Hellbent on revenge, she lied her way into the elite Silver Cloak Academy of Detectives with a single goal: find a way to bring the Bloodmoons to justice. But on the eve of her graduation, her deception is exposed, and she's given only one option: go undercover and tear down the Bloodmoons from the inside. Interesting. Awesome. And then next up, I bought The Knight and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I've heard so many good things about this book, and I know I'm super late to the bandwagon, but I wanted to make sure I whittled my TBR down enough before I bought any books, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up. And this one actually has really cool sprayed edges. I don't know if you guys can see that properly. I know that Rachel Gillig is quite unique with her sort of storylines and magic system, so I'm really intrigued to get around to this one. It's about a diviner who receives visions in her dreams from 6 unearthly figures known as the Omens. Lords and common folk alike travel across the Stonewater Kingdom's windswept moors and craggy mountains to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their 10 years of service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Rude, heretical, and devilishly handsome. I think I said that right. The knight Roderick has no respect for Sybil's visions, but when Sybil's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral's cloister is fraught with peril. Only the gods have the answers she is seeking, and as much as she'd rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. Okay. I have read her other duology. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but One Dark Window. And I really enjoyed that. I think I gave both books 4 stars, I want to say. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get around to this one. Stay still. I didn't pet you. Why have you activated? And then next up, I bought A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. George, can you stop rubbing your face on every book I pick up, please? Yeah, A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. So this is actually set in London, 1923. And obviously, as per the title, there are dragons. Oh my god. Hey, don't bite me just because I'm not paying attention to you. So it seems like our main character, Vivian, has accidentally started a civil war. With her parents arrested and her little sister missing, all the safety Viv has worked for is collapsing around her. So when a lifeline is offered in the form of a mysterious job, she grabs it. Arriving at Bletchley Park, Viv discovers that she has been recruited to uncover the secrets of a hidden dragon language. If she succeeds, she and her family can all go home again. If she doesn't, they all die. But the more Viv learns, the more she realises that the bubble she's grown up in isn't as safe as she thought, and eventually she must decide, what war is she really fighting? I've seen this floating around, but I haven't seen too many people's reviews on it, so I'm quite intrigued to go in blind because I do like, for my opinions, not be too swayed. But yeah, this one also has really cool sprayed edges on it as well. And then I have And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. So I've never actually read any B.K. Borison, but I did just realise before pressing record on this video that I haven't actually bought the first book. This is the second one. So I'm going to have to go out and buy the first one. Hopefully I like it because I've got the second one here. I don't actually read too many just like straight up romances. It's normally very romantasy rather than real world romance. But I've seen that this has been reviewed pretty highly and rated pretty highly, so I thought I would give it a go, but obviously I need to buy the first book before I can read this one. Then next up I have Heavenly Bodies by Imani Eriu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I do still have the sticker on it. That is my bad. So I don't actually know what this one is about, but it's one I've seen floating around Book Talk forever. So I thought I would pick it up and give it a go. So I believe it is a romantasy. In a world ruled by the stars, cruel and merciless gods, Alara has been cursed by fate. A prophecy promises she will fall for a star, but it will kill them both. When the star descends to hunt Alara, the neighbouring kingdom sees an opportunity to steal her from her home, the kingdom of night, to Helios, the kingdom of light. I hope I'm saying that right. There, Alara is forced to either let enemy Prince Lorenzo train her into a weapon worthy of battling against the stars, or to accept her fate. But there are shadows even within the kingdom of light, and they threaten to reveal the darkness in Lorenzo's past, and the ancient magic that slumbers in Alara's veins, and with it all, the undeniable star-crossed pull between them. Fated mates? I like the sound of that. Now, this one is a bit of a curveball because I've never read anything like this. I bought Fight by Sloane St. James. I don't know where this is in the series, but I've seen quite a few of these sort of hot men covers in the works, and I always look at them and I never buy them. So I thought I'll just grab one. I'm assuming if anything, it will be sort of interconnected standalones, but yeah, I'm assuming this will just be very smutty, take your brain out. Not too much to it, but a bit of fun is what I'm hoping for. So we've got, he's a hotshot firefighter who lost everything. She's a risk he can't afford to take. One spark and their rules go up in smoke. Oh, it's from his point of view. Oh, okay. That's not something I've ever seen before, where a book is just from the male's perspective. Or at least the blurb is. I don't know if the whole book will be, but how cool. Okay, so it seems like the main female character, Prescott? That's not a name we have in England. Prescott. Then I met Prescott. Whatever. I'll put the name on here. Then I met Prescott Timmons. Her smart mouth and adventurous spirit had me forgetting all of my rules until her past shows up and her life starts to feel familiar. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it seems like the female main character, Prescott, however you pronounce this, it seems like she gets herself into a life or death situation. He swoops in and saves her, and things develop from there. I'll let you know how it goes. And then, as mentioned in my mid-year tag, I have a very highly recommended book from Erin. So this is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. She has been dying for me to read this ever since she finished it, and I think now is about time I actually do read it. I don't like to read books I don't physically own, so now that I own this, I can actually crack on with it. So yeah, I don't actually know what it's about. I'm assuming it's space related from all of the covers and little snippets that I've seen, but let's have a look. So our main character is Joan Goodwin, who is beginning training to be an astronaut at Houston's Johnson Space Center, along with a group of other candidates. As the new astronauts prepare for their first flights, Joan finds a passion and a love she never imagined and begins to question everything she believes about her place in the observable universe. Then, in December of 1984, on mission STS-LR9, everything changes in an instant. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm definitely putting that on my priority list because, like I said, Erin is waiting for me to read this. So, yeah, here she is. This one's also got sprayed edges. Just plain, but still cute. And then I didn't actually buy this. Lynn bought this for me. What was she buying? I think Lynn saw a hack or a TikTok video of someone buying books from, I want to say Temu. I know it was sort of one of those cheap sale websites. And she bought some books to try to see if they sort of ship correctly. And I didn't know she was buying this for me until it turned up, which I always appreciate being gifted books. And when the books did turn up, they've actually turned up in fantastic condition. So I'll need to double check where she bought them from. But she has bought me the deluxe Hunger Games box set. Obviously, I hope they do make Sunrise on the Reaping, but even if they don't, I'll take these because they are stunning. Lay down, buddy. So for the next few books, I actually haven't heard much about them. So Ryan's parents recently moved into a new home, and Ryan's mum is a very avid reader, and she's now unboxed all of her books, put them all on bookcases, and she's kind of done a bit of an unhaul. And she let me go through the sort of bags and boxes of books that she didn't want anymore. So I actually haven't heard, I mean, I've heard of one of these, but the other three I've never heard or seen anywhere. But I grabbed them because they seem really interesting. So first up we have All Fall Down by MJ Arledge. And it says on the blurb here, you have 1 hour to live. Those are the only words on the phone call. Then they hang up. Surely a prank, a mistake, a wrong number. Anything but the chilling truth. That someone is watching, waiting, ready to take your life in 1 hour. But why? The job of finding out falls to a woman with a track record in hunting killers. D.I. Helen Grace. However, this is a case where the killer seems to always be one step ahead of the police and the victims. With no motive, no leads, no clues. Nothing but pure fear. An hour can last a lifetime. Yeah, I don't own many thrillers at all, but I know that Ryan's mum is super into sort of detective, thriller, mystery, crime books, and this one really caught my eye, so I'm intrigued to get around to that one. And then another sort of thriller-esque book is The Couple at the Table by Sophie Hannah. And on the cover it says 6 couples, 1 honeymoon resort, an impossible murder. So we've got a dream honeymoon, you're madly in love, newly married, and at an exclusive resort. A nightmare dinner, you receive a note warning you to beware of the couples at the tables nearest to yours. There are 5 other couples, any of them might have murder in mind. A crime that seems impossible. Who tried to warn you? Who is out to get you? And will you make it home alive? That sounds really good. I'm really not like a big thriller reader, but I do enjoy them when I read them, so I'm glad I'm expanding my collection. And then the third and final thriller is The Redeemer by Joe Nesbo. So this one has, on the 3rd day, he rose again to kill. It is a freezing December night and Christmas shoppers have gathered to listen to a Salvation Army carol concert. Then a shot rings out and one of the singers falls to the floor, dead. Detective Harry Hull and his team are called in to investigate, but have little to work with. There is no immediate suspect, no weapon, and no motive. But when the assassin discovers he's shot the wrong man, Harry finds his troubles have only just begun. That sounds really interesting. And then the last book that I got from Jinx is Grey by E.L. James. So I didn't know this existed, but this is basically 50 Shades of Grey through the eyes of Christian Grey. Now, I haven't read the books. I've watched the films a very long time ago, so I don't really remember anything that happens, but I do have the trilogy on my TBR, so I thought, why not just add this one as well? Yeah. Last weekend, me, Ryan, and his parents actually went out for the day, and we popped into Waterstones, of course. So I do have a few books that I picked up from there, along with a couple other bookish things that I picked up along the way. So I did grab Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. So this is the next book in the Red Rising series. I really, really enjoyed the first one, so I'm hoping that the next one will be just as good. I don't actually know what the next one is about. I kind of just want to go in blind because I like the element of surprise, and I find that blurbs sometimes give away a bit too much. So I'm going to leave it, but yeah, I'm really excited to carry on that series. And then this book I have already read, but I don't own it in this cover. So it is The Sunrise on the Reaping in the colourful cover. So I do actually own the rest of the series in these covers, and I bought it because I just wanted to complete my collection basically. But I have already read this one. Next up, I have another continuation of a series. So this is Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen. I can't remember if I mentioned it in my mid-year tag or if I've read it since I did that, but I gave Diabound, I want to say 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. So when I saw this one in the shop, I thought, let's continue it. I don't know what this one entails. I'm assuming it's just picking up from where we left off because quite a few crazy things happened in the first book. And I'm assuming it's just going to be the fallout from that. So yeah, we shall see what happens. And I have one more book here, which is another continuation of a series. So this is Light Wielder by Rachel Schneider. So now I think this was also my mid-year tag. Fingers crossed. But I did really enjoy Metal Slinger. I gave it 5 stars. I don't think it was anything revolutionary or out of this world, but I genuinely did not see the plot twist coming, and I feel like I'm quite good at picking those up. So for pure shock factor alone, I gave it 5 stars, and they left it on that plot twist, so I need to know what happens next. So that's why I've grabbed this, because I need to see the fallout of that, because it kind of just chucked it at us and then the book ended. So I need answers. And then I did grab a few other things while we were out that aren't books themselves, but still bookish related. So I did grab this Fourth Wing bookmark from Waterstones. I am constantly losing my bookmarks. I don't know where they all go, because I only read 1 or 2 books at a time. And for some reason, all my bookmarks disappear. So I thought, I need more. And I really like this one. And I think it is double-sided. Let me get this out. So yeah, on one side we've got this. And then we got this one. So yeah, hopefully I treat this one with care and it doesn't run away on me. And then yeah, we also went into a toy shop, mostly to look at Legos because we love Lego. But they also had some Pop Funkos on sale, and I wanted one of these Bitty Pop Towns, they call themselves. So I grabbed Ollivander and his One Shop, and I think that is just the cutest thing ever, and that will be living on my bookcase. Also in Waterstones, they did have a couple tables set up for the new Sunrise on the Reaping book, and they had a few different things sort of on and around the stand. So firstly, we have this bookmark, which is specifically for Sunrise on the Reaping, and I believe it's made of plant seeds, so you can actually plant the bookmark and it should sprout wildflowers. But it does have this quote on the back as well. I simultaneously can't wait to watch this movie, and also I don't want to watch this movie because I know it's going to actually tear my heart out, but apparently I didn't want that. But yeah, beautiful book, cool bookmark. And they also had these little quote cards, so they all said the same thing, but they were going for free, and I love the book, so I thought I'll just grab it and I might stick it in a frame or just pop it on my bookcase. But yeah, I grabbed that one as well. And then lastly, oh my god, it's going everywhere. And then lastly, in Waterstones, they also had a stand for like the Akatar series. So if you're unaware, there are 2 more books coming in the Akatar series. So they're kind of doing some like pre-order promos. But what they did have, which I haven't seen anywhere else, is a Court of Thorns and Roses book vase, which I thought was really cool. Obviously, I love all things Sarah J. Maas, but I also love my flowers, especially tulips, even though they're only around a couple months of the year, I think. But maybe I could buy some fake ones to go in here, or even to keep my bookmarks in so I don't lose them. But yeah, we've got obviously the cover, and then on the back, we've got these quotes. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. It's obviously got the pages like a book, or I can use it like a book nook. Either way, I had to have it. Yeah, so that is everything book related that I've bought or been given, gifted, etc. So I thought what we could do next, because I've been really meaning to do this purely for my own records, but I thought I could take you guys with me, is I really need to update my TBR on GoodReads. So if you don't already follow me on GoodReads, I do have a specific bookshelf. I can't remember what I call it. I think it's something along the lines of physical TBR, but I basically put every single book that I haven't read that I own on this bookshelf. I know I could use the sort of want to read shelf, but I kind of use that as like a wish list. So I do have a separate one, and I think it's months out of date at this point. So we need to get these on there. I'm pretty sure I've got books on my bookcase which aren't on this TBR shelf. So I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to take you guys to my computer with me, and then we'll update this together.
Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. Hey, I'm never the same.
61 ain't so bad. It's not bad at all. Right, now that that's done, I do have one more thing I want to do that is bookish related. So I haven't actually shown you guys this. People in my personal life would have seen this, but I do actually keep a book journal. So I do also use it for sort of my personal life. I use it as just like a scrapbook alongside my book journal, but I need to update it because I've read quite a few books now that aren't in this. So if anyone is interested, this is what my book journal looks like. I think she is stunning. And it's from, I think they're an Australian brand. I'll pop the name somewhere on here because I don't remember. But I basically get one of these every year for Christmas from my mum. Love you, mum. And yeah, I keep track of everything bookish I do throughout the year, as well as monthly updates of what's going on in my personal life. I do also have a little bookshelf from Etsy on here, which I also note down every book I've read throughout the year. So I need to update that. But yeah, I thought I could bring you guys along with me while I fill this out. I'll probably just put some music over the top and just let you guys sort of watch me fill it out because there's not really much to talk through. All my pages are labeled, self-explanatory. So yeah, I'll just bring you guys along while I fill this out. One thing I do need to do that I am drastically behind on is print off a load of the books I need for like my monthly updates because I own a printer but no ink. So I actually haven't updated this with photos since January, I want to say. So I have a lot of catching up to do. But all my book stuff is more or less up to date. It's just physically printing off photos that I haven't done. But everything else is up to date. So I need to buy ink and then we can update this properly in another video. But for now, we'll just update everything book related. And then I think that should be it. Yes.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. I'm never the same. Whenever you're calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you always understand. Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
Right, now that everything is updated, I hope you guys enjoyed watching all of that. I feel very productive having all this done because it makes my life a lot easier when picking which books I want to read next, especially going to the shops and not buying duplicates because I'm quite bad at remembering what I've bought and not read. I remember every book I've read, but if I've bought something and not read it, it hasn't quite sunk in yet. So having my Goodreads up to date is always really helpful. And having my book journal up to date is always handy as well. So then I can pick my next book based on the sort of goals I've got and what I want to achieve by the end of the year. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know if you want me to do any more videos like this, or if you want me to take you with me next time I go to the shops. I'm just terrible at remembering to take my phone out, but yeah, let me know if you want more videos like this. Any other suggestions are always welcome. Just drop me a comment. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.